Step one, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step two.
Hey everyone, it's Courtney, and you're joining me on my stairs in a house that has no power. So I'm sitting in front of the front door. Hopefully there's enough light that you can see me. Although I don't have makeup on, so maybe you don't want to see me. Just hide my face a little bit. We had that weird storm that moved through like most of the United States. It took out our power, so I'm just waiting for it to come back on. Maybe while I'm filming this, the power will come back on, which would be very exciting. But in the meantime, I was going to film this video while doing something like my makeup or some kind of activity, but without power, it's kind of hard to do that. So I'll just kind of do a sit-down video and talk about some things I've been thinking about. Where do I start? The start of a new year has always been really hard for me. And I don't really I had to do some soul searching and I finally found out why. But for like the longest period of time, I really didn't know why I got sad at the start of a new year. And it's common enough that like my mom has noticed the pattern, my husband notices the pattern. Like it's happened to me since I turned probably like 15, like every year since then. As soon as the new year starts, I just get like this, not just sadness, I would actually call it depression. It's like, it's heavy, it's hard. I don't know what exactly causes it, but I think I might have narrowed it down and I'll talk about that today. So I'm pretty good at self-reflection. You know, I've been through a lot of therapy and read a lot of self-help books. I've done everything. So I'm pretty good at self-reflection. But this specific phenomenon has always kind of eluded me. I don't really understand because I don't put a lot of pressure on the new year. I don't make a bunch of resolutions. Typically my resolutions are things like have a good year, be happy this year, you know, like very minimal things that I really don't pay attention to throughout the year. When I do make resolutions, it's typically halfway through the year, and I make them based on things that I've done throughout the year. So like, I believe it was 2020 or 2021, I noticed I was reading a lot of books, so I made it my goal to read 100 books that year, and I didn't start it until like the later half of the year. Like, that's what my resolutions typically look like. I just hopefully continue doing things that I've already been doing halfway through the year. Does that make sense? So it's not that I put pressure on myself to have like this amazing resolution to follow through on. So that wasn't what's causing me any kind of sadness or stress. And I was looking at it and I was thinking, what is it that makes Christmas time so special to me? Because I love I live for the time between Thanksgiving and New Year's Day. Like that time period is probably the most fun I have all year. Like I look forward to it so desperately. And I thought, so maybe that's what the issue is. I'm having this super fun time around Christmas, Thanksgiving, seeing my family, friends, everything like that. And then I don't have that anymore. And I was like, it didn't click. It didn't make me feel anything when I thought that. So I knew that also wasn't the case. And I thought about what made those times so special. And for me, it was like spending time with friends and family that I typically don't get to spend that much time with, or not just have more time in general to spend with people I really enjoy, which I don't get to do very much, you know, living so far now. And then even when we didn't live as far, it still wasn't as easy to like make a long trip out of seeing people and things like that. So it was still a limited amount of time most of the year. But then like around Christmas time, I get like this influx of being able to spend time with people I really enjoy and love. And I thought, you know, maybe that's it. You know, like I'm not getting to spend that time with people like I was. And again, it felt true, but it also didn't click in my head like that is what is going on. Because I just feel like I need to figure this out because I can't let it happen to me every year. Like I get in such a depression that like I don't even want to do anything. Like nothing fun. Luckily, I've been playing a lot of Life is Strange, which is not the best game to play if you're in a bad headspace. I have cried so much playing this game, but it's also given me something to look forward to and like enjoy. And of course, I'm still working and everything, but when you're feeling this bad, it like doing things like work is a lot of work. So I really had to make every day kind of something to look forward to. So like I'll play my game after I get off work, or I'm very excited to like try a new food after work, or just something that I kind of like tease myself to get through the day, because right now it's bleak. Not that like I just don't want to go to work. I just kind of want to stay in bed. But I got to figure out why that is, like what's causing all this, because it happens every year. Like I said, this is an ongoing pattern, so I need to figure it out quickly before next year. And I kind of did. I had a revelation. I was playing Life is Strange. And I was sitting there and I was like going through the game, and then I kind of zoned out, which I do frequently. I kind of just like stare at something and think for a little bit. I don't think it's disassociation. I don't know. I go in my own head for a little bit and just think about things and then come back to the real world for a little bit. But I was having this little moment, and I said to myself, what if it's everything combined? As I was sitting there thinking about, what it could be, and whether it's like time with family that I'm missing, or if it's like just, more time off work, or if it's this lifestyle I have during that time period. We do so many activities around Christmas. We see Christmas lights, we go to Busch Gardens for the Christmas festival, we go see the Manatees. I have a couple clips of that I can put in. It's just like, I was thinking maybe it's the activities I'm missing, and it wasn't that either. And then it kind of clicked in my head very suddenly. I think, I hope I don't get emotional. I think the issue is, and I think this is true because I'm getting emotional when I think about it, so that means it's probably spot on. I think what the issue is that that's what I want my life to look like. That time period between Thanksgiving to New Year's Day, being able to spend time with family as much as I want, and having a little more time off work, or like not just time off work, but time off work that I can spend with people and doing activities I really like. And it kind of reminds me of that song that's all over TikTok right now, and it's I Like My Little Life, I believe, is like the lyric that really sticks out to me. And I have a very little life typically, right? I work, and then after work I play a game or I read, and then on the weekends we go out on Friday and Saturday, and then typically we're in Sunday and we just kind of veg out on Sunday. But I was thinking to myself that what makes me sad is that I think the life I have between Thanksgiving and New Year's is the life I actually want. I kind of want to be more active and see my friends and family more, and do more activities after work, and do more activities on the weekend. And it just kind of hit me because I don't think that's possible. At least not right now, and I don't know how to fix it. I don't know if there's technically a fix, and I usually get out of this funk, I'm gonna call it, like this little depression I get every year. It usually only lasts a few weeks and I get out of it. But I was thinking to myself, and I'm scared that I'm not getting out of it. And that's actually part of my issue, right? The whole reason of this channel is to find happiness. And I think I found it. It just isn't something that's feasible all the time. It's just not feasible to have that kind of life all the time, year round. And I want to build to making it that, build to where I can see my family more, build to where I can, do more activities after work, do more activities with my family and friends, and, I just spend less time alone, alone and doing like lonely activities, you know what I mean? One of the things that like I did during Thanksgiving to New Year's is, when you're more active, you're walking a lot more, you get a lot more steps in every day. So I continued that. Every day I've been getting well over 5,000 steps. I've been making sure to do that because I thought maybe that would help kind of like dissipate, the depression and stuff. And let me tell you, it's hard when you're not feeling this good. Getting 5,000 steps in a day, it's like, it feels so draining. But I've been keeping up with it. And it didn't help. So it's not the fact that I'm like more active, I don't think, that makes me happier during that time frame. I honestly believe it's the time with friends and family, and doing things after work, and doing things during the weekend, and like just having a more substantial life. Yeah, that's what it feels like, a more substantial life. I spend so much time in my fantasy worlds of like reading and playing video games and everything, and I love it. I wouldn't trade that aspect of myself for anything. But I think I've gotten to the point where it's too routine and it's almost too lonely and a little not boring, but definitely not fulfilling. I don't know if this makes sense. Hopefully it does. Hopefully this will feel like something to someone else, because I don't know. Every time I think about, that time frame between Thanksgiving and New Year's, I don't know how else to put it other than that's when I want my life to look like. And I have to make steps to do that. I have to take steps to make that a reality. But in the same time, it's probably going to take a lot of time to get there. It's going to take a lot of time. And I have to be prepared for that. And you know what? I'm probably going to be sad next year and the year after if I don't, make this big change within the right amount of time. And I'm pretty sure I'm not going to be able to. So I just have to find ways to make what I do have more enjoyable, right? So maybe we do go out a little more on the weekdays. I don't know. If you guys have any, ideas, let me know in the comments. I would love to hear it. This is tough. I hope if anyone else is struggling this year, and I know there's so many reasons to struggle around Christmas time and things like that. And thankfully, I still love Christmas. Even if things have changed for me and my family this Christmas and a few Christmases now, I still enjoy it. Like, I still have so much love for the holiday, and I hope anyone who's going through any changes or upsets in your Christmas holidays or around that time, I hope you can make memories and make new traditions or whatever you need to do to make it more enjoyable. And I hope also that if you're I feel like nobody's going to feel, I don't want to say that. I feel like very few people are going to feel the way I do about the start of a new year. And I don't know why that is. I feel so many people show these amazing resolutions and hopes and dreams for the future. And like so many people get a fresh start on the new year. I know a lot of people start new goals and achievements they want to get, and health and family, and there's so many great things that people do around this time of year, and I just feel like the odd one out, kind of. Like, why can't I enjoy this time period? And I really think it's just because I'm not happy with my normal routine, and I see that more so right after, having such a great time during Thanksgiving and that time frame between that and Christmas and New Year's. And I don't want to feel ungrateful for the time that I do get between that time frame that I enjoy and like love so much, but at the same time it's just a realization that that's what makes me happy, so I need to take steps to get there, to do that all year round. I can't handle feeling like this unfulfilled feeling, if that makes sense. I can't handle it. Well, that's it for me. I still have no power. You guys were not the lucky charm that turned my power back on, but I still had a good chat with you, and I hope you guys took something away from this. I know I did, and I hope to put some steps into action. And if I do, I'll let you know what I do, in case anyone else feels this way. Maybe I'll give you some guidance that I took and that helped, but I have a feeling it's not going to be quick. It's going to take a long time to take the steps that I want to do to feel happier about everything. But within a few weeks, I should be out of this depressive slump. I'll be back on it. I'm going to continue to get my steps in and do my tonal and things like that. But I just feel like I had to get this out here and share what I've been feeling and why I haven't posted. Because trust me, I thought about posting between, what week was it? I believe it was a couple weeks before Christmas. I was going to post something, and I wasn't feeling it. I didn't feel it was holiday spirited enough or something, so I didn't post anything. But I'll be back on it. I'll get back on it. Well, it was nice talking to you. Thanks for listening to me ramble. Happy New Year. Is it appropriate for me to say Happy New Year when I'm not feeling happy? Like, I hope everyone has a happy new year, don't get me wrong, but it feels like sarcastic when I'm gonna say happy new year as my closing after saying like all this negative stuff about the new year. Don't take it that way. I hope you have a good new year. Is that how you say? I hope you have a good new year. Yeah.
Are you cold? I never studied
I love manatees, they're so cute. I always say a manatee is my spirit animal, and I kind of feel that every time I see them. I like both water and I like relaxing, and I'm sweet, so I feel like a manatee fits me. No, but you can see it from this dock over here. Oh, I saw one! I got one on camera! Oh. Yay!
Step 1, wake up early, gonna rise with the sun. Step 2.